Shazazz Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shazazz Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye.
What's up, Jewel Gang? So I would like to address this white woman who goes by the name of Nikki Marie on Facebook. Her page is private, but her DMs are wide open. You see, this scarecrow thought it'd be a good idea to slide in a black woman's DM, bully and harass her over having a small disability. Pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. You see, this beautiful black woman you decided to harass for having a small disability, when being compared to you is walking art. Black women are literally walking Picassos, which is why snow roaches like you envy us so much. You look like the cashier at H-E-B that has to call the manager every 5 seconds because you're too stupid to work the register. You look like splattered bird shit dried up on the side of someone's car. You couldn't match her beauty if she gave you an audio booklet with a step-by-step description on how to do so. And between me and you, I'm the bigger bully. Sit your ass down.
But you really lame. Did you really think you could play me? Well, you better think again. But you say these girls ain't loyal, but you got 7 girls sitting paying your phone. Now tell me who's really loyal? It ain't you. These boys ain't loyal, talking about us girls, saying that we all bodies. But us girls will hold it down, pick you up when you're down, and give you anything you want. You're trying to run game that's already been played, gonna get your heart broken. Do you know who you are dealing with? Liar, liar. Thought you were slick. Liar, liar. But I'll always be flyer. Liar, liar. Thought you were slick, but I'll always be flyer.
What up? What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney.
What up, you guys? Welcome to Whitney DTV. First, let's get into everything, shall we? Welcome. I would love to see where you guys are tuning in from, so please make sure to place your city in the chat and I will make sure to shout you out. What's that? Oh, home of keeping it cute so you won't get the boot. That's right. Make sure you guys please keep it cute so you won't get the boot. Okay, now what that means is that you do not have to agree with me or my remarks or opinions. This is my channel, however, and I ask that you respect me by respecting yourself. Whatever you have to say it with your chest, but make sure it is respectful. Okay, now in regards to everything that's going on with the R. Kelly trial and things of that nature, it is done. So I ask that you please respect my chat and do not spam my chat with your hashtag free R. Kellys or anything pertaining to that if we are not talking about the topic. Okay, now for nothing, you do not have to agree, so your opinion is duly noted here. Okay, if nothing further, make sure you guys do not forget to stop, like this video, subscribe if you have not, and sharing is caring, so make sure you guys share this video so I can reach a broader audience. Okay, now not for nothing, if you guys would like to join the channel, you can find the link located in the description box down below, or feel free to look above. That's right, right there in the chat. It should be pinned. If it's not, it should be by now. Okay, not for nothing, if you like to support me on a monetary basis, you can support me by Cash App through the money sign Whitney D 2014, or make sure you look at the bottom of the screen and there is located other means of ways to donate to the channel: PayPal, Zelle, or Cash App. If nothing more, thank you and enjoy the show.
Hello, trolls. Beautifully animated here. On one of Whitney's lives about R. Kelly, she had to address the troll who said she was making fun of R. Kelly when she was really just bringing humor to a toxic situation, a very troubling situation. But as far as me, I am making fun of R. Kelly. Stop trying to control Whitney's channel. Peace.
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia come summertime. We used to open up all the windows and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.
Now y'all know I play too much. Now y'all know I play too much. Okay, y'all don't send me nothing and don't think I'm not going to use it. Oh. Anyways, you guys, welcome. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Honey Bunches. Hey, Melissa. There goes my hubby, you guys. Shouts out to 3 Shots In. My husband, he got his popcorn. And before we proceed any further, I just want to give a big shout out to the biggest shotter, my brother, AG the one and only big homie, AG. Today is a month since his passing. And we miss you so much, AG. I adore you. I love you so much. And I pray you having a good time in heaven. Because trust you me, can't wait to join you. Well, I can wait. Jesus. You know what I mean by that. But not for nothing. Rest heavy. Love you, AG. But yes, that's my husband, you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys give him a big up. Hey, hubby, I love you. Hey, Katie, what's up? Pew, 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 y'all. That is my slayer, okay? She plays no games, so just keep it cute, okay? Now, how she does it, okay, she is going to put her eyes on you, okay? So if you see some eyes coming from Katie, know what's going on. Somebody says something and she's just watching you. Then from there, she will proceed to put a gun in the chat, a pew, pew, pew water gun, okay, to let you know, all right, shots fired. And then from there, she will put your behind on timeout, okay? Now, if you continue to proceed, I mean, boot, scoot, and boogie, okay? All right, just let you know you've been warned. Hey, Trina. Hey, Honey Butches. Hey, Cat, tat, 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 tatty, tat, tat. Hey, Nick, Nack, Patty Whack. Love you. Hey, honey. Hey, Melissa. Hey. Hey, Long Star. I'm working on those that men gear for you. I promise you. I got you. I got you. Hey, Aaron. Welcome back, honey bunches of oats. Hey, Miss J. Hey, honey. Y'all take out the time to share this live, okay? Share the live. Hey, Tawana. She says, hashtag, where are the parents? Whitney TV, stop with the false narrative. Propaganda and lies. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is not snitching on anyone. It's fake news. Hashtag free R. Kelly now. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Okay? I'm not with no propagandas. This is what is out there. So if you don't like it, take it up with who we finna talk about? The neighborhood talk, as well as the original post coming from Fox Soul. Okay? So tear you behind. All right? Okay, please don't make me play the trigger warning, okay, baby? And R. Kelly is not getting free. Bye, Tawana. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Hi, Bobby. Hi, honey. Says, hello, caught it live from South Carolina. Love your show. Well, I love you too. Thank you for watching and tuning in, my love. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Whit from D, Texas. Hey, represent. What part of Dallas you in? Don't, without telling me, tell me. Okay. Hey, West Coast Bells. Y'all, my gosh. Ty came into the live the other day and represented on behalf of West Coast Bells. Make sure you guys go over to their channel, check them out, and subscribe to their channel. They got some great content, and I love their channel, to say the least. Let me see. Hey, Nicole. Hey, honey bunches of oh, she says, Whitney, thank you for giving me the opportunity to apologize to you and Mr. Clary yesterday. Videos, Whitney, no free R. Kelly, period, poo. Period, poo. Like him up and through the with the key. All right. That is everybody. So welcome to the channel, okay? If I miss anybody, mods, please let them know how much I adore them. Y'all know I don't be trying to miss nobody, but I got to keep going, okay? So welcome, everybody, okay? All right, so as you guys are aware, we are doing a few things in regards to today's show. We're going to be reading, and I'm excited because I'm on set today. So we shouldn't have any issues in regards to buffering and all that stuff like that. I'm comfortable on set. I'm excited to read and get everything out to you guys. Okay, but first, before we get into the reading, I do want to address the allegations. Okay, allegations, meaning it is allegedly, okay, this information has been placed out, okay? So I want to share my screen, and we're going to get right into it when it comes to this whole alleged snitching with R. Kelly. Then I'm going to give you guys an update about the book, and then we're going to go from there, okay? All right, let me put this on the screen first. And then let me get everything pulled up. And first and foremost, shouts out to my Wit Squad research team. I'm actually pulling this clip from our private group that we have. And they are always placing a lot of resourceful stuff when it pertains to anything really, any research that I need. So shouts out to them. They know who they are. Octavius, Hannah, Vicky, I love you guys so very much. Thank y'all so very much for being a part of the research team. We are closed, okay? We don't need any more people on the research squad, okay? So thank you guys very much for your interest. We are locked and loaded, okay? But not for nothing. Thank you guys for this clip that I'm about to use. Check this out, okay? Let me get everything pulled up for you guys and share my screen. Okay, y'all listen to this.
With prosecutors to provide names of multiple celebrity pedophiles, in which one is a huge singer and a rapper. Now, the insider stated that his team are working with the feds to reduce his own prison time. He'll provide evidence against other celebrities who were pedophiles, and they'll reduce his sentence. You've been knowing that you were part of this pedophile ring and you got your friends that are pedophiles, and now that you're going down, now you want to tell, but when you saw them doing it, it was all good.
Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna want to be in or out.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of behavior. Because when I tell you, people don't like pedophiles, and people gotta let them, he gotta let them know when you move in the neighborhood. So that everybody gonna go, that's where you at, and that's who you are. So it's not gonna behoove him to be out in the world where people can really get to him, or inside where people can get in him. Get to him too.
And he's a snitch. To barter,
we're gonna run that back.
To provide names of multiple celebrity pedophiles, in which one is a huge singer and a rapper. Now, the insider stated that his team are working with the feds to reduce his own prison time. He'll provide evidence against other celebrities who were pedophiles, and they'll reduce his sentence. You've been knowing that you were part of this pedophile ring and you got your friends that are pedophiles, and now that you're going down, now you want to tell, but when you saw them doing it, it was all good.
Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna want to be in or out.
Yeah.
Right? That kind of behavior. Because when I tell you, people don't like pedophiles, and people gotta let them, he gotta let them know when you move in the neighborhood. So that everybody gonna go, that's where you at, and that's who you are. So it's not gonna behoove him to be out in the world where people can really get to him, or inside where people can get in him. Get to him too.
And he's a snitch.
All right, you guys heard that allegation. Oh, but before we get into things, we got a special guest in the building. Shouts out to Since Day One. She says, hello, here to support. And if you guys don't know who Since Day One is, child, y'all been sleeping up under a rock. And under that rock is a lawn chair. On top of the lawn chair is a couch. Like, y'all just are deep down. This woman is a D-Town representative like myself. Hey, Tejas, that's Texas. Yes, we coming hard, right? And she is a commentator herself as well as myself on these YouTube streets. And she made her debut with the R.Kelly trial and situation and blew up. And now I think she's sitting well over 100K. So shouts out to Since Day One. I remember her first coming into my chat and was just like, eyeballs. And I was like, hey, thank you, So shouts out to Since Day One. I'm happy to see you back out here in these YouTube streets. I know you've been going through a lot of stuff personally. You've been in my prayers, and girl, we need to link up. Okay. All right. But not for nothing. Shouts out. Thank you for the love and support. All right, you guys. What I was about to say in regards to these particular allegations, look, child. Okay, so it's no kept secret in regards to these allegations, if they are true or false when it comes to Kelly. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's true. My brother did time, and I have other family member who did time. They don't play too kindly with pedos and people, if I'm not mistaken, that does something to like the elderly and kids and stuff. They don't do that. They don't like that. And to be quite frank and honest with you, and I'm not putting this out here in the ether, but I'm just being serious. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Epstein situation and not the way it was put out there in media. I'm gonna tread lightly with this while saying this. Okay, this Epstein knew so much, had so many people in connection to him, right? And then what happened? Oh, he allegedly offed himself. Like, come on now. So I don't know if that's a smart tactic for Kelly. I like I'm gonna have to agree with Auntie Lisa and say that either way, it's not gonna do him any justice. I would just serve my time and mind my business the best way that I can, but I doubt that that's gonna transpire. But you know, that's that on that. But anyways, you guys. So in other news, okay, that was that on that. Is it true or false? We don't know. We won't know until he's sitting up there on trial like the rest of his counterparts, his employees, snitching on his behind. Okay. And I want to double down on what I said on yesterday when I brought to you guys information in regards to what Asriel said was sitting down with Gayle King. I was able to see the full documentary interview that she sat down with Gayle King, and she addressed a lot of stuff that she put out there herself. And people were saying, well, that means she perjured herself. She lied on the stand. And I said, well, everybody did. And let me just dissect what I meant by that, okay? It was a lot of times where it was a lot of confusion being brought. It's called badgering. And Mr. Angelo came on and he broke that down. When you badgered the witness, you want to get them thrown off and twisted and turned. But at the end of the day, you have to prove whatever you say on the stand to be true. And that's what they did. Okay. And my thing, what I meant by that, I meant that the defense witnesses lied. Do y'all not remember the boy that was sitting up here talking about that he was around R. Kelly for 15 years and couldn't name a freaking tour that he went on? That was a lie. Can we remember the officer who said that he never was around any young girls and never saw him around any young girls, but then in the same breath said that he saw Aaliyah at 12 and 13 and her friends? That was a lie. So we can't pick and choose what it applied to. I said what the hell I said, and I meant what I said. Okay? So y'all run and tell that. Make sure that y'all run with that clip too. Okay. I said what I said. All right. But at the end of the day, as Real said on that stand, she got triggered and she went back in the mode of protecting him instead of holding this Negro accountable. But it didn't matter because the evidence proved to be true. So, like I said before, if we counseled out any of these alleged, victims now, it wouldn't matter because the videos, the audio, the evidence, the DNA that was all proven in a court of law stood. So let's go ahead and get into this book, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the book. And if you guys are coming in late in regards to the reading of the book, we're about to actually run down on this book, thank God. It's 343 pages. We are well into... gosh, I want to say, let me see. I got to get to where we're at. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Hold on. We are like on page 2 something. I'll look into it later. But not for nothing. Let me go ahead and get you guys caught up. So in regards to me reading the whole book and the transcripts, I came across some inserts, both in the transcript, and then it got conveyed across his book. I'm going to put this up and I want you guys to check this out, and I'm going to give you guys an update. So if you guys see here, okay, and my readers on yesterday, we were like, whoa. So this was in his book. He says, when it does explode, I find myself in a new and beautiful musical place. It's taken me a lifetime to know myself, but I think I'm almost there. I'm at my best when I'm most wanted. And I know that music lovers still want great music. I know that as long as people are living on this planet, as long as they can relate to a real song about real life, I'll always be in the game. Well, when I heard that sounded familiar. It sounded very, very familiar. Yeah. Because if we go back to the transcripts of Faith and the whole situation of when she first had her intimate experience with him, this is insert and it says, he rubs the motion back and forth. And right away, I let him know because I was touching him, that I wasn't ready for sex. That wasn't something I was ready for. He says, oh, let me take the bar down. My bad, y'all. And he says, well, I'm at my best when I'm wanted. And see, that's the reason why you got to stop listening to stuff just to be listening to stuff and actually comprehend what you're listening. And that goes for people that read stuff. You can't just be reading stuff. Comprehend what you're reading. So when situations like this come up, you'll be able to do stuff like this. You'll be able to piece stuff together, because this right here, it confirms this is some true dialect that R. Kelly said, because he says it in his book by his own words. Mind you, this is an autobiography that he produced himself. Okay. But I just thought that was pretty interesting in regards to us reading this book. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the book. All right. Now, before we begin, I always like to give you guys a insert in regards to SOULACOASTER. Okay. Before we do, let me put this down here so you guys can know what is up next, what we're reading. Okay. You guys, please take out the time to share this video. Share the video. Sharing is caring. You can share it on your channel and everything, but please make sure you guys share. All right, so SOULACOASTER. SOULACOASTER, The Diary of Me, is an autobiography by American R&B artist R. Kelly, co-written, okay, with the help of David Ritz. The book was released June 28th of 2012. R. Kelly dedicated the book to his mother. Oh God, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Child, people driving by this big old window. Okay. The book was released June 28th of 2012. R. Kelly dedicated this book to his mother, who died in the early 1990s, and his high school music teacher, Lena McLean. Kelly shares his life story through episodic tales and exclusive color photographs. The book is divided in 3 segments, Act 1 to Act 3, and we have entered into Act 3 as of yesterday, you guys. Now, the plot. The book chronicles the journey of the singer R. Kelly from poverty to fame. His life begins in a rough neighborhood, being molested as a little kid by a woman, and we know is his sister and probably more other people, and street performing by the Chicago L tracks, and struggling to make it and provide money to his single mother for rent and comfort. Ultimately, however, he becomes a rich and successful musician. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter into the book of R. Kelly, SOULACOASTER, The Diary of Me. Go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Go ahead and grab your snack packs and drinks. I'm going to do so myself because this reading is very, it can be very long and in depth. So let me get it pulled up. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Okay. All right. I gotta find our spot. Give me a break. I mean, give me a break. Give me a moment. Y'all. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. Oh, let me make this. Let me do this trigger warning for you guys, okay? Because I don't mind y'all scanning the bushes, but make sure you stay there and keep it cute, okay? This is a trigger warning for all you R. Kelly fans, okay?
Hello, trolls. Beautifully animated here. On one of Whitney's lives about R. Kelly, she had to address the troll who said she was making fun of R. Kelly when she was really just bringing humor to a toxic situation, a very troubling situation. But as far as me, I am making fun of R. Kelly. Start trying to control Whitney's channel. Peace.
That you've been warned, okay? You have been warned, okay? Don't come over here trying to check and wreck my show, all right? You don't like what you're hearing, you can click the X, okay? All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I am going to leave the screen now and allow you guys to get the full screening of this book. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Pray you guys are doing good, good, good. Mods, please man the chat. Thank you, baby. And let's go ahead and get into everything, okay? If somebody asks to join, please grab whatever you guys need. It should be already out, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into the reading of this book. Let me put this back up. All right. Oh, that sounds good, babe. It sounds good. That crunching of that waffle. All right, you guys. Welcome to the Chocolate Factory. Welcome to the room I call the log cabin, the beating heart of my recording studio. The Chocolate Factory, for many years, the Chocolate Factory was nestled in the basement of my home in Olympia Fields. The Chocolate Factory was my sanctuary, the place I could escape to when the weight of the world was bringing me down. And the weight often had me on my knees. The log cabin was where I recorded. It's made out of logs and different woods. It's small, intimate, and cozy. Kind of like that room that Rashonda was in. Yeah. But I digress. Let's continue. There's nothing fancy about the log cabin. I use the same mic I've used for years. I sing my vocals right there where the engineers are sitting so that I can give them instructions. Play something on the keyboard or play one of the many instruments I keep close at hand. Because while I'm singing, I'm also writing and producing. In the log cabin, you will also find my main engineers. Ian, and Abel Garibaldi, and my musical director and guitarist, Donnie Lyles. All of them have worked with me for years. While I was hard at work in the log cabin, prosecutors were working overtime to build a bulletproof case. I can't tell you how many of the people making allegations were at one time or another the same people who had asked me for some sort of favor. Now, a few of them were just pissed that I told them no. Sometimes people presented themselves as friends or allies and then just straight up lied. I couldn't figure out why I was the only one who understood their motives. If someone messes up and you have to fire them, of course, they're going to be mad. The money they were getting, the fame or whatever disappears. So anything that comes up about you, they're going to run and say, yeah, he did that to me. Or, yeah, I knew that about him too. I tell people who I thought were close to me, listen to the facts. If you are going to have an opinion about something, make it your opinion. But whatever you do, don't go by something said by somebody pissed off because they didn't get what they wanted from me. Thank God I had the chocolate factory. It lifted me up. It was a safe place where I could create and reach for the sky from my basement. As I faced the biggest challenge of my life in the brutal legal battle kicked off, I wanted to respond positively. I wanted to offer my fans and myself a big box of musical chocolates. I called the album The Chocolate Factory and designated it and designed it in gold foil with a bright red ribbon on top. Before the album came out, though, I wanted to release a single that explained where I was coming from. My life was on crutches, but I knew I'd walk away again. I bet you did. I had many thoughts boiling up inside, and I needed to get them out. Mostly, though, I needed to talk with my mother. I missed her so much. That's why Heaven, I Need a Hug starts with these words to her. Dear Mama, you wouldn't believe what I'm going through, but still I got my head up just like I promised you. Ever since you left, your baby boy's been dealing with problem after problem. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? See, I get lost sometimes, don't understand this place. Look in the mirror sometimes and see a troubled face. And then my tears roll down and hit the sink. Then I hold my head up high. I hope the man upstairs can hear me cry. All these questions deep inside my mind. Like, if Jesus loved me, why'd he leave my side? Mama, I'm still trying to get the answer. Why? You were young, 45, and you had to die. I'm always trying to help people out, and it's them same people trying to take food out of my mouth. It seems like the more money I make, the more drama y'all try to create. The more I try to move into the positive, the more y'all don't want to let me live. Heaven, I need a hug. Is there anybody out there willing to embrace a thug? Feeling like a change of heart, and all I really need is a sign or a word from God. Shower down on me. Wet me with our love. I need you to take me and lift me up. When I was through mixing the single, my people were telling me not to release it because of the court case. Most radio stations had stopped playing my music naturally. That made me mad. That meant they presumed I was guilty. I was already being punished. That's why this song, Heaven, I Need a Hug, was so important to me. But that's why you can't put it out there, said one advisor. Why? Because they'll use it against you. What's to use? All I'm doing is praying to my mother and God for guidance. I'm just thinking what's in my heart. They'll twist it again. They'll twist it against you. They're just looking for material to make you look bad. You do better to find yourself a preacher and start meeting with him. We'll be sure the newspaper know that you've got a spiritual advisor. I've always had spiritual advisors, starting with my mother and continuing with Pastor Lena McLean. But I'm not going to hook up with some well-known preacher to make me look good. I'm not going to use a preacher to help my image. My image is in my music, not some phony public relations stunt. Look, Rob, now 80% of all radio stations have banned you. Put out this song and it'll be 90%. Listen to me, I'm right. I didn't listen to him because I felt he was wrong. When my fans heard my songs during that trial by fire period, I didn't want them to just hear a singer. I wanted them to hear a survivor. To me, it's not just writing songs, it's writing life. Whatever the story, the emotion, the calling is at the moment, I feel obligated to share it through my music. I put out Heaven, I Need a Hug, and the response was strong. Radio stations played it because my fans wanted to hear it. They heard my sincerity. They saw I was wearing my heart on my sleeve. And they started to send me thousands of notes and letters. Little by little, I started to get airplay again. The hottest song on Chocolate Factory was Ignition. I revisited the metaphor I had started with. You remind me of something. A woman in a car. I liked it so much, I had to break off a remix and put it on the same album. In the remix, the groove got very danceable while the metaphors mixed together. It's a remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every minute here wishing. Y'all know the song. Sipping oat, coke, and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Come on now. Y'all know that was the lid. See, I told y'all yesterday this Negro had to do all of this now. Messed up everything. Can't ignite nothing. You've lost your mind, Rob. The exec said when I told him I wanted to release Ignition Remix as my next single. You can't release it with those lyrics. I can't change the lyrics, I said. Why? Because they go with the song. They go with the mood. Maybe, but you got to change the title. Given what you're facing now, you can't sing about sticking your key in the ignition. I don't see why not. They'll crucify you. I think the jam's so hot that they'll have to play it. Man say, y'all hear this? I just want to piggyback on this. This shows you that he knew the level of strength of music. And that's what's been carrying on all these years. But it took us to mute to not to hear the classics, to be able to indict him and get him in a position to hold him accountable. See, the music was hypnotizing. The music was deflective. The music was a diversion, if you will. Okay? Let that meditate. Let that roll and sit with you. Because it worked. It distracted a lot of people during these times. I think it'll get you banned worse than before. I didn't believe that. So I sneaked the cut to a disc jockey and asked him to test it on the air. The same night, his phone lines lit up like a Christmas tree. People went crazy for it. Immediately made sure it was released all over the country. And the next thing I knew, it was sitting on top of the charts. The band against me had been smashed by the power of music. You heard that? What I just tell you. The band against me had been smashed by the power of music. Don't tell me there's no power in music and, oh, it's just music. No. There's power, okay? Ignition turned out to be a monster hit. You hear that? A monster hit. It was important to me during that time to remain true to myself, to not sing about sex the way I always sung about it would have been an admission of guilt as far as I was concerned. But wait a minute. What is there to admit if you didn't do nothing, right? An admission of guilt as far as he concerned. So he basically saying all those prior songs were admission of guilt of doing something. Am I right or wrong about it? I'm just saying. He said that. I didn't. But I concur. Since I wasn't guilty, win, lose, or draw, I was determined to stay true to myself. I was back. Chocolate Factory sold more than 3 million copies. But in coming back, I wanted to show all sides of life, love and struggle. I also wanted to give something back to my city. As the case against me lingered on, I received letters and messages of support from all over the world. But in Chicago, I received a special, familiar, soulful kind of love. The kind that just keeps stepping to you no matter the betrayal, hard time, struggle, or doubt. I wanted to give the world the smoothest example of stepping, a Chicago dance style that I love. As I explained at the beginning of the remix of Step in the Name of Love. Stepping is more than dancing. It's a whole culture. It's a way of life. It's choreography. It's choreographed romance, a special mellow feeling that flows between a couple when they're out there on the dance floor. When you step, though, you step in the name of love. That's the important part. You're not just stepping to score with your lady, you're stepping and grooving in the name of love. And God is love. You're stepping, but you're also feeling his spirit, his grace, his rhythms, and his holy rhymes. You got to keep on stepping round and round, side by side, separate, and bring it back. And if anyone asks you, say, we did it for love. That was my strategy. Beat the accusers, beat the prosecutors, beat the haters, beat them all with love. Nigga, please. Let me get this charger outside. People kept asking, Rob, how is it you can keep doing what you do with all this drama surrounding you? It may sound weird, but I just kept on stepping, kept on creating, kept on loving. Love lightened my load, kept on abusing, kept on trapping, kept. Negro, please. Once I knew my people were with me, I was going to feed them the biggest R. Kelly banquet ever. I was going to supersize my musical menu in the same year that Chocolate Factory dropped. 2003, when I turned 36, so did the R and R&B Collection Volume 1. A double disc, hot out the kitchen suite of remixes. Now, as the court case built, as the accusations piled on, I knew I had to keep on moving. I had to keep on keeping on. I had to stay focused and strong. I knew I had to keep playing hoop, keep releasing energy, and keep going back to the Chocolate Factory and making music. Child, please. Love lighten my load. The best of both worlds. The vision I wanted to bring to life with Tupac still haunted me. I wanted to marry rap and R&B in a way the world would never forget. With Biggie and Tupac on, though, I wasn't sure who would fill the bill. There were strong rappers, but needed the strongest. For some time, I'd been thinking about Jay-Z. He'd been moving up the food chain and building his audience. Our relationship had been cool. When he asked me to come off my Down Low tour to shoot the video for Guilty Till Proven Innocent, I said yes. He came to, ain't that ironic? Anyways, he came to the premiere party for my video, I Wish, a song from the 2001 TP2.com album. After watching it, Jay said he thought I'd capture Pac's vibe, and he asked if I wanted to work with him on something. At first, Jay was thinking that he would do a single together. We would do a single together. But when I suggested that we do an album, he was all for it. That's how the Kells and Jay-Z collaboration began. I was excited thinking that this could be the this could be the colossal. Oh, sorry, my phone died, so I can't see y'all chat. Anyways, the colossal R&B rap merger I'd been dreaming of. We'd already done 2 collabs in 2000. I'd sung the chorus on Jay-Z's Guilty Till Proven Innocent. And in 2001, Jay-Z did a hot version on Fiesta Remix. We cut an album together called The Best of Both Worlds, the best of hip-hop meets the best of R&B. That was released in March of 2002. We announced a tour that year to promote the album, but those plans were postponed after charges were issued against me. The following year, Jay dropped his Black album and wanted to promote it. Just back from Europe, he needed to fill up giant venues around the country and knew I could help. The Best of Both Worlds did okay, but we both knew the real money could be made if we toured together. In 2004, the idea of touring together and bringing the fans the Best of Both Worlds tour is what really got my creative juices flowing again. Jay and I had finished working on another album, Unfinished Business, with some of the unreleased tracks from our 2002 collaboration and a couple of new songs. The plan was to promote Unfinished Business during the tour. I put all my energy into prepping and releasing and rehearsing for the Best of Both Worlds show. I had an idea for staging the opening frame. A video would run during its opening, 2 tour buses, Jay in one, me in the other, would be on the run, pursued by police and media helicopters. One tour bus would crash through scenery on the right side of the stage. The other would crash through on the left. Then we would join up in mid-stage and do the title track, The Best of Both Worlds. That's our opening number. Jay didn't love the idea at first, but he finally came around. It turned out to be a spectacular opening. From there, though, things went downhill fast. Now, the most persistent problem was lighting. Since the start of my touring career with Levert, I've always been highly sensitive to lighting. It can make or break a performance. My lighting has to be exactly right. That's why I said, Jay, let's settle on a mutual lighting guy. Not your guy, not my guy, but a neutral guy. No problem, Jay agreed. I think you're right. At the shows, my lighting was all wrong. The guy wasn't picking up my cues, the dramatic moments when the mood needed to be dark and mysterious or dim and sexy or up and happy. We're not lit to my satisfaction. Spotlights failed to find me on stage, and dancers were missing cues because of lighting disconnects during their routines. I tried to contain myself, but nothing means more to me than giving my fans an exceptional show. I threw a fit. I'm a guy who choreographs his every move on stage, just like your bedroom. Now, my fans couldn't see where I was on stage. I knew I wasn't imagining things because I record every tour show performance. Wow. You know, I think he just really just needs to do away with, well, he can't record anything now, but you just, So I can critique it the next day. Hey, baby girl. Good afternoon. Love you. So I can critique it the next day. Every Best of Both Worlds tours tape that I played back was extremely disappointing to me and didn't measure up to my standards because of the lighting. Finally, a crew member told me the truth, that the lighting guy was Jay's regular lighting guy. I went to see Jay so we could discuss the problem without a lot of middlemen involved. I was sure that we could figure out a solution. I said, Jay, the tour is about making us both look good. I realized that, Rob, and I know you're unhappy, but there's not much I can do about it. That's my Jay-Z voice. We can find another guy to do the lights. He's on the contract. We're stuck with him. We talked some more. Promises were made that things would improve, and I left the meeting optimistic. Later, he came to me and asked, would you mind if I use that throne you built? Go ahead and use it, I said, thinking that could calm the waters and get him to make his lighting man do right by me. I had built this throne, a massive king of R&B chair that I used during my middle segment of the show. Uh-oh. I wonder if this was the same. Let me see. What's this? Oh, no, he's not sitting on it. Anyways, let me continue. The understanding was clear. After I used the chair, I'd leave it on stage so Jay could use it. What happened, though, was that Jay's people got the chair for Jay to use before I came out. As a result, people were thinking that I was biting off of Jay's style, rather than the truth that he was biting off me. Another thing, before the show, Jay made a big deal about putting up big screen advertisements for his Black album. When I asked to have a big screen picture of the current R.Kelly record, his people said no. If the lighting had improved, I might have let all that bullshit go, but the lighting got worse. I did everything I could, even simplifying the lighting cues for my show so that I could at least have the bare minimum of lighting effects that I wanted. But even that didn't fix the situation. At one point, I became so frustrated that I left the stage during a show in St. Louis and went to the place that gives me comfort in times of trouble. McDonald's, where all the youth is. Anyways, McDonald's, he just cannot. He's a freak of habit. I said a freak of habit. But this time, I didn't go to eat. Instead, I asked the guy working the drive-thru window if I could borrow his cap and uniform. And for the next 3 hours, I served Big Mac, fries, and Cokes to the customer. What kind of out of schizophrenic, sociopathic mess is this? But this time, I didn't go to eat. Instead, I asked the guy working. Oh, you sure you didn't ask him for his number? But anyways, I asked the guy working the drive-thru window if I could borrow his cap and uniform. And for the next 3 hours, not performing, but next 3 hours, he served Big Macs, fries, and Cokes to customers. Child, I'm through. I'm so through. As the tour went on, Jay's crew and mine were at each other's throats. Sets came to abrupt endings, shows were canceled, and all sorts of crazy shit popped off. By the time we hit Jay's hometown, New York, everyone was on edge. Considering the pending trial, the unnecessary drama was hard to handle. Right before the Madison Square Garden concert in October 2004, one received, see, they go that daggone one, they did not proofread. One, meaning I, received a threatening phone call. When Jay-Z and I opened with our first act, there was a dude a few rows from the stage just glaring at me. He opened his coat in a way I consider threatening. I can't say for certain if he had a gun or not, but it was enough to put me on guard and mess up my groove. Now, when I returned for my solo set, there was another guy in the bleachers opening his coat, gesturing like he had a pistol. When I left the stage for a costume change, I told my business manager and the promoter that I wasn't planning to risk my life finishing the show. The show's promoter convinced us that everything was okay and we could go back out. Now, on my way back to the stage, a member of Jay-Z's crew pepper sprayed me dead in my face. Good job, Jay-Z. Good job. Not only did he blast me, he got my booking agent. Oh, poor booking agent. And some of my crew as well. I had to go to St. Vincent's Hospital by ambulance, where they put little tubes in both my eyes to flush out the chemicals, and so I wouldn't lose my sight. Maybe, please. If I hadn't been wearing my stage stunner side, the doctor said that I might have gone blind. As I was leaving the hospital, I was met by a group of reporters, all asking me if I had heard what Jay-Z had said about me on the radio. I told the reporters that I didn't know anything about it and that I had every intention of continuing on with the tour. It was only later that I found out he had said that I was jealous and insecure, and he called my actions foolery. When I arrived at Madison Square Garden the following day with the tour buses, with my band, background singers, and dancers, we were turned away and not allowed to enter in the building. In the meantime, several of Jay-Z's music friends had conveniently shown up to help Jay fill the show out and replace me. Even more conveniently, several friends had been there the night before and had finished the show while I was at the hospital. Jay-Z continued on the road without me. We found out later that the friends had booked their tour buses 2 weeks before the Garden show. So yeah, nigga, they was trying to get rid of you. Yeah, you didn't catch the sign, the signal, the hint, nudge, nudge. The fans deserve better than this. I'd like the show to go on. It's really disappointing that Jay-Z and the promoter don't. Charges, countercharges, and lawsuits flew back and forth between me and Jay-Z. But neither one of us wanted to leave a bad taste in our fans' mouth. Our collaboration album, Unfinished Business, was officially released worldwide. About a week later, I left the tour. He debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 2000 chart in 2004 and went on to become another platinum-selling album. Although the concerts came to an abrupt end and our album delivered the full Jay-Z R.Kelly suite to fans. The truth is that although I'm a fan of his music, to this day, the business between me and Jay was finished. The truth is, the business between me and Jay was finished. Happy. It's ironic that some of the happiest music I've ever made came at the unhappiest times in my life. That's no accident. The longer the legal nightmare went on, the more I needed to make positive music. It wasn't only my natural instincts, it was my way of surviving a negative situation as well. Now, I was doing it for more than me. I was doing it for all people caught up in struggles. That's mostly everyone. So many of us are caught up in a financial mess, a medical mess, or a romantic mess. They're hurting for some kind of help. They need to turn their mood around and take away the pain. Music is medicine. It's better than any drink or drug. Plus, there's no hangover or dangerous side effects. Chocolate Factory had been a healing record for me and my fans. I wanted to outdo myself. I wanted to keep the love party going. I wanted to make the happiest record and at the same time, the most spiritual record of my life. So, 2004, one, nigga, 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 nigga. Ah, 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 ah. Hmm. One released a double-sided soul and gospel CD. One side was You Saved Me, and the other side was Happy People. I had to teach and preach my truth. Music makes me happy and saves me from misery. Name the singer who sings the saddest blues like Billie Holiday, and I'll guarantee that while she was singing her blues, Billie's blues went away. Music cuts through the sorrow of life. It turns sad into glad. That was my purpose with Happy People. Like Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up, Wars, All Day Music, or Sly and the Family Stones, Everyday People. I wanted to give another long-lasting gift of happiness. Now, throughout the record, I'm your friendly, feel-good weatherman, which is also the name of the first song. 1, 2, 3, love. What's up, America and the rest of the world? It's the Pod Piper, your music weatherman. It's Love Old Clock, and we're broadcasting live right here from the Chocolate Factory, where music ain't just music, but it's music. Let's go. Steppers to the floor, steppers to the floor. Around the time, Happy People, I was asked to sing the national anthem before the Bernard Hopkins Jermaine Taylor middleweight championship fight. Now, I wanted to do something different, so I did a remix and created a steppers version of the anthem. I choreographed my performance and brought real steppers into the arena while I performed. Most of the fight fans loved it. Some didn't. Some said I had Marvin Gaye the Star Spangled Banner. Time.com described my rendition as an ill-advised smoothification of Francis Scott's Key's original song. I took all this as compliments. In the words of Sinatra, I did it all. I did it my way. And for those who said I disrespected the country, I wish them love by pointing out that singing and dancing can be beautiful forms of praise. I was praising the nation with my love. Always some kind of damn excuse. I swear, no accountability whatsoever. I was praising the nation with my song, just like other songs of my praise God. God was the theme of the second disc, You Saved Me. The three-way phone call echoed the struggle I was going through. I could be happy in Happy People by singing songs about sunshine and good times, but when it came to God, I had to come with all my fears. I had to come in the vulnerable state I was in. I had to call my sister and find my prayer partners. Through prayer, the rest of the songs flowed. You saved me. Prayer changes. I surrender. Spirit. Leap of faith. And prayer. I always prayed for my wife and children, but I prayed for them more than ever during those years before my trial. For all the struggles Drea and I faced as a couple, I wished her nothing but peace of mind and happiness. Every day I thank God for our 3 wonderful children, Joanne, J, J-A, because that's not Jaya, Lord. J-A and Robert Jr. The bottom line for me is always family. Nothing matters more to me than my family. No offense to God, but when my kids are around me, you wouldn't want them in heaven. You wouldn't want them to stay at my house. You wouldn't believe the good times we have. There's nothing I'd rather do than tell them stories about princesses. About prince and princesses and castles in the air. Their minds are so open. Their curiosity is addictive. My kids are my best audience, my favorite people in the entire world. I take them into the studio with me and watch them toy with the instruments with a skill way beyond their ages. They sing and write songs, and as much as little Robert loves his father's music, he might love Michael Jackson's little more. He also has his MJ dance routine down to an art. I love kidding and teasing my kids. Say we're watching SpongeBob. I purposely start calling Patrick the starfish character, SpongeBob the star of the cartoon series. That's not SpongeBob, Daddy, they scream. That's his best friend, Patrick. With pretend authority, I hold my ground. Hey, kids, I know my cartoons and I know that SpongeBob. I'd say pointing to Patrick. When one of their friends came into the room, I'd switch over and start calling SpongeBob by his rightful name. That's right, Daddy, they'd say. That's SpongeBob. When their friend left and Patrick came on the screen again, I'd say, oh, here's SpongeBob, about to get into more trouble. No, they'd scream. You got it all wrong. But now they're playing along, screaming and laughing at the same time. I love making my kids laugh, but I also take pride in teaching them about success. Not just the glamorous parts, but also the struggle and hard work that creates success. I've always tried to be real with them about business. At our house in Olympia Fields, Thursday was pool and pizza day. We'd spend the day together playing in the water. I remember one Wednesday night, though, I came to them and said, sorry, kids, but tomorrow I've got to go into the city for a meeting. I can't miss this meeting because it means a lot more money for all of us. So tomorrow I have to get all dressed up to make a good impression. I had to miss pool and pizza day, but I have no choice. Daddy, said Robert, you promised you wouldn't ever miss pool and pizza day. I know, son, I said, but tomorrow is super important for my business. The look in little Rob's eyes made my important meeting seem silly. On Thursday, I waited until the kids were in the pool before I put on a $2,000 suit, a $500 white shirt, and a $300 red silk tie. I shined my best black alligator dress shoes, grabbed a brand new leather briefcase, and strolled out to the pool to tell the kids goodbye. How do I look, kids? I asked, stepping fairly close to the pool. You look nice, Daddy. How about this suit? It's a pretty suit, Daddy. How about this tie? I asked, stepping a little closer. Pretty tie, Daddy. Well, your daddy's going into the city to do this big business deal, I said, stepping even closer to the edge of the pool. And I don't want nothing to go wrong. With that, I felt like I had slipped in wearing all my fancy clothes and holding my briefcase. I went flying into the pool. The kids howled with delight. I'd never seen them crack up like that. When I climbed out soaking wet, all they could say was, "Oh, Daddy, you're so crazy." Look, now they don't answer your phone calls. Y'all all right? All right. I'll continue. I love making my kids laugh, but I also take pride in teaching them about success. Not just the glamorous parts, but also the struggle and hard work. I never miss Juicy Tuesday. Juicy Tuesday. During my legal ordeal, not only did I keep making music at a crazy pace, I also kept playing ball like my life depended on it. I hooped off most every single night and tried not to miss a night. To this day, I never miss Tuesdays. There, there were the big night for intense hooping. It's come to be known as Juicy Tuesday. My my niggas know I never miss a Juicy Tuesday. That's when the best shooters show up at the local gym. Sometimes even NBA players come down to bump elbows with me on Juicy Tuesday. It's fiercely competitive because I'm a night creature. Oh, aren't you? You definitely are. You definitely are. Represent your set, mother player. Yep, that you are. We sometimes don't get started until around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and play for at least 2 hours. When my team wins, I love to ride the losers. Boasting rights are big with me. I get a kick out of pointing out how many games we've won in a row and how badly we crushed the other side. On one particular Tuesday night in 2004, one was warming up when my security guy spotted an unfamiliar brother hanging around. He asked me what he should do about the stranger. Ask him his name, I replied. After asking, the security guard came back and says his name is Charlie. Well, go ask his last name. A few seconds later, my man says his name is Charlie Wilson. The Charlie Wilson? I asked. Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band. I went right over to him and saw that it really was the Charlie Wilson. Man, I said, it's really good to see you. Been loving your music forever. I just didn't expect to see you here. What's up? I came all the way to Chicago looking for you, Charlie answered. The cats told me this is where you come on Tuesdays, so I figured I'd take my chances and try to catch you. I'll be honest with you, bro. I need a hit. I can't believe this. I said, Charlie Wilson is coming to me for a hit? After all those years, I studied you. The least I can do is write you a hit. Then you're willing? I'd be honored. When do you think you can get started, Rob? Right after I hoop. Hang around, Charlie. The minute I'm through playing, we'll head to the studio and start working. After the game, Charlie and his woman came to my house, and I took them right to the log cabin. By then, it was around 4 a.m. While I was fooling with ideas, they fell asleep in the easy chairs behind the engineer's board. I was happy they did. When I start writing the early drafts, the early drafts are sometimes pretty crazy. The spirit of criticism in the room can sometimes dampen my groove. I need to be free to go in whatever directions, twists, or turns the song may take. If, for example, someone says, "Oh, man, that sounds terrible," it can throw me off the journey and ruin the whole operation. Talking about operations, later when I told a business associate about how I met Charlie and immediately took him to the studio, the associate said, "You were going to write and produce a song for him without a contract? Didn't you want to have a signed document before you begin writing?" If a patient goes to the emergency room and asks a doctor for help, I said, should a doctor start asking if he has insurance? The brother asked for my help, and I was the man he came to. I wasn't about to do anything except help him out and write him a song. Now, the song came to me quickly. The creative process followed our real life encounter on the basketball court. I remember when security told me someone named Charlie was hanging around and how I asked about his last name. That's how I came up with the song title, Charlie, last name Wilson. Wow. Wow. The more you know. I had no idea. Interesting. My name is Charlie, last name Wilson. I was wondering if I can take you out. Oh, well, won't be singing that anymore. Oh. When Charlie woke up, I had the song, but before singing it for him, I felt I had to say something. No disrespect, Charlie, but there's a whole new generation out there who don't know who you are. I want this song to be all about your name. You're introducing yourself to a whole new world of fans. You got that right, Rob. No argument there. That's why I want this song to have your name. Fact is, I want this song to be all about your name. You're not only introducing yourself to a fine honey at the club, you're introducing yourself to a whole new world of fans as well. And I played it and Charlie loved it. Right then and there, he sang it. He didn't argue with any of my direction. He understood that he was putting on a custom-made suit that fit him perfectly. It ain't right how you turn out hits so easily, Charlie joked when we were through. It's easy when I'm writing for you, I said, real easy. Charlie, last name Wilson, did what we had hoped it introduced Charlie to a younger R&B audience. It was the name of his first single, a major hit, and also the name of his album, which sold more than 71,000 copies in the first week of its release. The album went to the number 10 spot on the Billboard 200 chart in 2005 and was eventually certified gold, with sales surpassing the 500,000 mark. Charlie was back, and now everyone knew his name. That year, my work schedule was beyond crazy. There were songs I was writing for other artists. There were the remixes of my old songs, and I was hard at work writing and recording my 7th studio album, which I decided to call TP.3 Reloaded. The wait for the trial became even more drawn out. The pressure of the accusations served as my motivation to keep working on songs, and more songs. I could go 48 hours straight without sleep. I was going to say, I didn't hear nowhere in there where this nigga slept. Damn vampire. If I did manage to fall asleep, an idea would wake me up and shake me until I had to run down to the studio and start recording what was in my head. Like a cannon stuffed with cannonballs, my head was stuffed with songs. Night after night, day after day, week after week, I kept firing a cannon that never emptied. The legal stuff is getting complicated, Robert. One of my lawyers told me. So please be conservative in your music. Impossible. I couldn't rein in my music any more than a fisherman would rein in a alligator. I was still reaching for more daring metaphors. I believed I caught a good one with Sex in the Kitchen, where I was able to marry two human comforts, food and sex. Girl, you're in the kitchen, cooking me a meal. Something makes me want to come in there and get a feel. Walk around in your t-shirt. Nothing else on, stunting past, switching that ass while I'm on the phone. I want sex in the kitchen, over by the stove, put you on the corner by the butter rolls. Hands on the table, on your tippy toes. We'll be making love like the restaurant was closed. There were other sexy songs on TP.3. One, I got deep into the slow grinding reggae jam slow wine. I found another wild metaphor when I told the honey to treat me like a remote control. Touch me, turn me on, make me sing a song. Now put me on slow, push enter. Now fast forward, girl. You got me programmed under your control. Hit It Till the Morning, featuring Twister and Do or Die and Sex Weed. Girl, you got that sex weed. I just want to hit it all the time. How did your sex make me feel this way? Like I've been smoking purple haze. These songs were cool, and they kept my musical engines burning. I wanted to be heard in the club, and I wanted to be played on the radio. But my mind was also expanding into a whole different form. I started seeing way past a single or even an album concept. What I saw confused me. My music started to look like an opera with a winding and connect storyline that underscores human drama and everyday complications. You might say that the other forms, the ballad, the club jam, the sexy dance groove, were starting to make me feel a little trapped. Trapped was a word that played nonstop inside my head. Yeah, nigga, because you was trapped. Yeah, you was trapped in many ways. Many ways, nigga. Many ways. R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet. Trapped. Okay, this is going to be the last chapter we read until tonight. Let's get into it. Trapped. You could draw a lot of conclusions as to why during this 7-year period leading up to my trial, I suddenly felt like I needed to branch out into a long musical form. Maybe it was the letdown from the canceled Best of Both Worlds tour that made me want to retreat to my basement in the chocolate factory. Perhaps I was going back in time to take refuge in the period when Lena McLean exposed me to singing, theater, and opera. Maybe my legal dilemma inspired me to think about other people who were also under the gun. Maybe I was just feeling increasingly trapped, and the concept was something I had to think about and deal with every day. Maybe it was all these things. Whatever it was, the idea of trapped in the closet crept up on me like an alien from another planet. I didn't go into the studio with the intent of writing a screenplay, but the lyrics. 7 o'clock in the morning and the rays from the sun wake me. I'm screeching and yawning in a bed that don't belong to me. Just came into my head. And as I sang them, I could picture the entire scene in my mind. Unlike my other songs, where lyrics led to video, Trapped came to me as a drama in need of a score. The song scared me at first. I had no idea where the story was going. It had a life all of its own. After I was 2 minutes into it, still singing the verse, my crew in the studio started screaming how much they loved it. And I was just as curious as they were to find out what would happen next. Their reaction fueled my desire to move from writing verses to actually writing chapters. Chapter 1 finds my character Sylvester. Interesting. You use yourself, your alter ego, your other alter ego. The narrator, waking up in the bed of a married woman. Her husband comes home and he's forced into the closet. His cell phone rings. Her husband searches for the sound. While in the closet, Sylvester sings, checks under the bed, then opens the dresser. He looks at the closet. I pull out my Beretta. Chapter 2 opens with a confrontation at gunpoint. The woman's husband, a preacher, has a confession to make. He's been on the down low and figures his wife's actions are good enough reasons for him to come out of the closet about his love affair with the man. Okay. As the chapters progress, we learn that Sylvester's woman is at least his house kicking it. His woman is at his house kicking it with a policeman, the same cop who gives Sylvester a ticket on his way home, and on until the complications can't get any more complicated. One character led to another, one scene led to another, more intriguing scene, and one betrayal seeped into other more whacked out betrayals. And tricky situations became even trickier, and each chapter ends with a cliffhanger. Yet everything was part of a grand scheme. Trapped in the Closet started as a single 16-minute song that I recorded for TP3. When the executives at the labels heard it, they didn't know what to make of it. A 16-minute song with no chorus and no hook. The president of the label said he wasn't sure if it was a work of genius or insanity. I would go with the latter. Midgets and anyways, little people and all kind of shenanigans. It's crazy. To their credit, they supported that vision and let me fulfill a lifelong dream of mine. Although I'd always come up with the concepts and co-directed my music videos, but Trapped was so much more than a music video. This was a mini movie. I was involved in every aspect, from set design, casting, costuming, editing, teaching the actors their parts, everything. We did everything like it was a movie, and a lot of the crew we hired were movie people. In the beginning, I was a little worried about whether the actors would accept me acting with them and giving them direction, because this was my first time really working outside a music video, but it was smooth and I gained a lot of confidence doing Trapped. And my co-director, Jim Schauffield, had some great ideas about how we could achieve some of the things I wanted to do without having Hollywood money to do it. But I'm definitely ready for the movies now. Even before I was a singer and artist, I wanted to be a director. I love telling stories, and Trapped is quite a story. On TP.3, I included the first 5 chapters on CD. And the initial run of the album included a DVD of the mini-series. Before it was over, there were 22 chapters. And to be honest, it's still not over. Oh, God, more misery. The chapters were more than songs. They were scripts. Soon they were long-form videos where I played 5 different roles. Sylvester, Old Man Randolph, Reverend Mosley, James Evans, and a pimp Lucius. One day his stepdaddy's name? Everything about Trapped challenged me. The writing, directing, acting, production, and the way we packaged and presented it to the public. Now, the plotting of Trapped had me in creative heaven. I could let my mind fly free at all 1,000,000 miles an hour. When I'm working on Trapped, I put the music on the speakers in the studio and story just comes. In the beginning, I had no idea what was going to happen next. The story wrote itself, and I was as curious as everybody else to find out. My biggest concern was about the rhyming, and that has had an interesting effect on the story. For example, after I had introduced the character Bridget, it was only a matter of time before I came up with the character Little Man. It was like I was a novelist writing about how our lives are all interconnected, which was the point of the whole drama. As people living in a community and in the world, we all impact one another. What I do to you and you do to her and she does to him and he does to someone else is an endless chain of incidents with real-time consequences. Wow, that is deep. He is speaking his faith and his truth right there. Ain't that deep, y'all? What he do to them victims and what we do to the victims. Okay, don't make me get started. They do, and what we do to him and what he does to someone else is an endless chain of incidents with real life consequences. Come on, somebody. Because that is so true. Man, that's good. I said that he didn't. He's saying something else. Anyways, no doubt I was inspired by the stories, the soap operas that my mother and grandmother obsessed over every day. When I was growing up, everyone has a secret. And yours is out. Yours is out, creeper. Everyone has a closet that he or she is trapped inside of. No? No. Yeah. Not that kind, baby. And everyone, believe it or not, wants out of that closet. Just come out, R.Kelly. We know you like little boys. It's okay. Well, that's not okay, but we know you like dildos in your backpack. Mhm. I remember back in Miss McLean's class at Kenwood when she'd play an opera and tell me how I could sing and write like that. I didn't see how. You think you can't, Robert? She said. But I know definitely differently. I know you have this dramatic flair and the gift to tell a long story in your own style. Like an opera, Trapped, my very own hip opera, is a long story where characters never stop singing. It isn't like a musical where there's talk, then a song, and then more talk. The story is told in wall to wall song. A single musical theme weaves it all together, and there's a conclusion to each chapter, a cliffhanger that comes at the very end to shock and tease. Make you say, what the hell is going to happen next? When I got the label to commit to filming the first 5 chapters of Trapped, some folk doubted me. They warned my producer, Rob's a vampire. He sleeps all day and works all night, and he'll never show up at the film studio for those morning shoots. He'll never stop recording long enough to do a film project this complicated. It'll be a bust. They were wrong. I showed up on time every day. I didn't miss a single rehearsal or early morning call. In fact, one day I even got there before the producer did. Directing and acting in Trapped helped me feel less trapped. While filming, something else happened that surprised and thrilled me. My producer, who also produces theatrical movies, talked about Trapped being a script, and she called me the writer. I told her that I can write songs, but I can't write at all, nigga. You can't write, period. But hell, I can't even spell. I'm saying, I'm just, you know, you know. If you pull the music out of Trapped and just listen to the words, she answered, it's no different from any screenplay she'd ever read, except that with my work, everything rhymed. You're a writer, Robert. Believe it. And for the first time, I did. Now, during the filming of the first 5 chapters of Trapped, I began writing the next 7 chapters. We released a DVD of chapters 1 through 12, and it got nominated for a Grammy for Best Long Form Video. From 2005 to 2007, we filmed a total of 22 chapters. Chapters 13 through 22 debuted on ifc.com, the website for the independent film channel. Over a 10-day period, the website's traffic for that period, which normally averages around 300,000 per month, skyrocketed to 8 million in 10 days. IFC eventually played all 22 chapters strung together as a movie with no commercials. The press was crazy. Everybody was loving it. Half the journalists wondered if I was a little crazy genius. Lots of people wondered whether I realized that it was funny. Lots of people did their own versions of Trapped and a Trapped. Weird Al Yankovic did one. Jimmy Kimmel did 6 chapters on his show, which featured Mike Tyson and Alanis Morissette. Oh, that's my girl. And isn't it ironic? Okay. South Park did a Trapped episode that was eventually banned in England. Eventually, we compiled all 22 chapters, including a commentary remix and a preview of chapter 23, into one DVD called The Big Package. The songs and videos earned all sorts of awards and accolades. Chapter 22 remains the biggest cliffhanger of all. It's the chapter where I first introduced the package. The package links all of the characters. One character calls another character saying he's got the package. About the third character, then all of the characters are talking simultaneously about the mysterious package. The package has literally become a point of continued intrigue because the package links all the characters. It shows how rumor and innuendo can spread in a community and society. I've heard a lot of theories about what the package is. Some ideas are crazier than the next. Want to know what it really is? I'm saving that for the next cycle of Trapped in the Closet. Stay tuned. And we stop here. The breakup. We stopped on page 283. This has a total of 343 pages. So we stop there. All right. That concludes our reading, you guys. Whoo, how was it? Did you guys like it? We stopped on page 283. 283. Did I read okay, you guys? See what you guys are saying. Did y'all like the reading? Yes. Yes. Thank you. Shantae said the package is herpes, herpes, herpes. Oh, goodness. Y'all are a mess. Y'all a mess. Thank you, Katie. Nicole says, everyone has a secret and his got out. He was too busy bribing people instead of destroying tapes. He had so many videos, I would bet he hasn't watched them all. Nah, and that's why I was trying to tell everybody. Well, since we're wrapping things up, let me just make sure that I put out this trigger warning again for everybody. Okay.
Hello, trolls. Beautifully animated here. On one of Whitney's lives about R. Kelly, she had to address the troll who said she was making fun of R. Kelly when she was really just bringing humor to a toxic situation, a very troubling situation. But as far as me, I am making fun of R. Kelly. Start trying to control Whitney's channel. Peace.
Oh, my people don't be playing. They don't play about me. Okay, they don't play about me. But anyways, y'all, that concludes the reading. Y'all gotta come back tonight as that angry black woman. Like, we need to have the best booskies. Why is it that angry black women like Whitney have the best booskies? What? Billy, what? I'm angry. Negro, please. I'm very happy. I'm happy that this bastard has been put in jail. Okay. And I'm very happy about a lot of things, Billy. Okay. I will be mad that my mama named me Billy though. Get off my channel before I hurt your feelings. Y'all better know this mouthpiece comes very lethally. Okay. But I don't spitbox for nobody. All right. I'll let my husband get at you. All right, baby. Go on and mosey on. It ain't no need to put no eyes. Go on and put them paws on them. Matter of fact, put them boots on them. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Not in the mood today. All right. Anyways, you guys, okay. That was a good read. That was interesting to say the least. Like, you know, and I don't see how people can get mad about me reading they Peking's book. This y'all do book. What you get mad at me for? Okay, what you get mad at me for? Anyways, like I said, I got the best subscribers. I got the best witness gang. I got the best viewers, you know. So, anyways, let's see what you guys are saying in these comments. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Like, come on, y'all. Child. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead and wrap this up. We're getting into 2 hours here, and you know I gotta cut it off, and I gotta do some hair work. But anyways, you guys, that is the video. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about what we've been reading so far. This book is so informative, and we are near at wrapping it. It has 343 pages. We're on page 283. So we're eventually, I would say we'll probably wrap it up this week. I'll probably start reading a little more pages so we can. Okay. Ciao. Bye, Billy. Okay. Bye, baby. Just bye. Y'all just bye. Just bye. Okay, because baby, you are heartbroken. Okay. And anybody that think I'm angry, wow. You must don't know what an angry black woman do. Yeah, because I'm yeah. Anyways, let me stop addressing these idiots because I mean it's just ridiculous. Child. Anyways, y'all, like I was saying. Oh, Ruth said, don't leave. Anyways, y'all, this book has been very informative to say the least. Oh, we've been learning so much. So much. And like I shared with you guys the other day in comparison to what we be reading and what we be hearing in regards to transcripts and then this book. I mean, it has been a good read. It's been a good read. So before we wrap up everything, I want to just get you guys abreast of everything that's coming up on tomorrow. Please, same bat time, different bat. Same bat place, different bat time. I want you guys to come back here and tune in for. Yes, that's right. Tomorrow we're doing Where Are the Parents Wednesday. I always release what we're going to be talking about, possibly like about 15, 30 minutes before I release, just so I won't get any, issues in regards to that. But I want to shout out to the WIT Squad, the research team. They are going to be presenting all the components that I'm going to be bringing you guys on tomorrow. They thoroughly researched this topic in which we're going to discuss. And so I am honored and I am happy to bring it to you guys on behalf of them. I love them so very much. They know who they are. I keep their identity private because we got people that like to dox people out here in these streets. So I just want to shout them out and let them know that I'm so appreciative of everything that you guys bring to the channel. Thank you guys so very much. I would not have that platform, that extension of that platform, that that segment, if it wasn't for my research team. I do not do this by myself at all, and I'm not going to take all the credit like I do. I love you guys so very much. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, not for nothing, you guys. Also, with that being said, in regards to Wednesday, we are debuting our new segment of Straight Talk with Whitney D, my advice and opinions. Let me let you guys check out the teaser for Thursday. Check this out. Hello, you guys, and welcome to Whitney D TV. I am she, and this is Straight Talk with Whitney D. And know that I'm going to give my honest to God opinion in anything that you guys send to me, okay? So here we go. Thank you so much, Miss Whitney. My problem is that I don't know how to forgive myself. I was homeless, and I trusted a very new friend to watch her so I could make some money. That caretaker's son beat my daughter, and she now has permanent brain damage. She no longer walks and struggles to talk. My question is, how could I move forward? Thank you, Miss Whitney. All right, LSG. Gosh, like, in all honesty and seriousness, like, this is very sad. It's very sad. And upon me reading it, I was overwhelmed with emotions. I had to gather myself up, and I said, okay, you know, she's reaching out and she needs advice. So this is it, okay? This is my honest God opinion in regards to this situation, okay? This is the reason why I do the segment that I do, Where Were the Parents on Wednesdays. Make sure you guys check that out. But this is the reason why, because here's a parent who kind of put her child in a situation, a very unfortunate situation, due to trying to survive. So is it LSG fault for entrusting, you know, a friend to watch her child? Yes and no. All right, and that was a teaser for this Thursday's episode, which will premiere at 6:30 on Thursday. And then you guys already know how we do it on Friday. So that's right. So you guys have a fun-filled-packed week here at Whitney DTV. I'm trying to bring you guys just different content, so you guys can have something to look for on a weekly or actually a daily basis, to say the least. I'm going to actually be pumping out some more of these Halloween makeup looks as well. So I just appreciate you guys' love and support and your time that you guys take to come and venture onto the channel. What's up, Angelo? We just about to wrap up everything. Hey, my phone is dead, by the way. If you've been contacting me, it's dead. It went dead during the reading. But I really appreciate you guys so very much taking out the time to watch. What y'all are cleaning up in here. I see boots left to right. I see water guns. Wow. What's going on? Who was snitching? Allegedly, the Peking was, okay. And you know what? The reason why I heard that he was snitching was because of this.
Shit. Not none, dog. A store like that.
I ain't got none.
I want a cookie.
Ain't got none.
I want a cookie.
Ain't got none.
I want.
He's snitching for cookies, okay? Somebody give him a cookies. Allegedly. I don't know it to be factual. We don't know yet. But allegedly, he's snitching for cookies, okay? So y'all can get him some cookies, all right? So maybe he won't snitch on his fellow enthusiasts, okay? Okay? Angela said, shit, I could have told you this when he kept trying to get us locked up, right? You know, it's y'all parents' fault, though. Anyways, you guys, I'll come back to you guys tonight. Well, what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, I'll come back tonight and we'll finish some more of the reading. Plenty of cookies and snacks. But I'm going to wrap everything up and I will see you guys on tonight, okay? Same bat place, different bat time. Y'all stay tuned for that particular pre-schedule, okay? All right, love you guys. Most of all, God loves you. It's been real. Deuces.
Hello, trolls. Beautifully animated here. On one of Whitney's lives about R. Kelly, she had to address the troll who said she was making fun of R. Kelly when she was really just bringing humor to a toxic situation, a very troubling situation. But as far as me, I am making fun of R. Kelly. Start trying to control Whitney's channel. Peace.
Yo, help me with this. I can't help.
Robert.
I can't help. Delinquent. You're killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment.
Man, yo, help me with this. Yo, help me with this. Yo, help me with this. Yo, help me. Y'all trying to kill me. Yo, help me with this. 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 Help me, man. Trying to kill me. Help me, man. Trying to kill me. You don't want to believe it. Trying to kill me. I hope this camera keep going. Stupid R.Kelly. Fight for my life. Stupid R.Kelly. Do it right here. Stupid R.Kelly.